Do you like punk but egg? Do you want to unite against Big Milk because distracted by egg? Do you want to wear some glamorized foam cause it's egg? Then wax your egg, cover your leather jacket in egg patches, and sing out loud!
Egg punk, it's time to feed some egg punk. It's couple days in the fan, my egg left. Do you feel like you're breaking the crack of jack? It's egg punk.
Egg punk is that meme genre that every internet dweller loves to tell you about when they hear about it for the first time. Like me. A genre that dares to ask what came first, the punk or the egg? The answer is the meme. The genre before the meme was started by Mark Winter of Coneheads and c.c.t.v with very lo-fi punk sounds with synths that sounded like Devo on Betamax tape. Which, funny enough, was originally coined as Devocore as a joke. The name egg punk can be attributed to an Instagram meme with the Spider-Man seeing two different punk styles. One that contained a lot darker imagery and chains, and the other some silly art, and there in the ancient mural surrounded by tomes in a pyramid built with dead horses, there lies the singular truth. The egg! The silly synth-focused lo-fi punk was given the name egg punk, which came from a diagram showing the difference between the more serious chain punk, because of all them chains, and egg punk. Oh look, there's the Coneheads, they're right there. That chain reaction created a whole lot of memes about comparing the genres, showing how hardcore, nihilistic, and badass the chain punkers are, and then there's the more silly, bright, and happy egg boys. The battle between these two genres has been mostly to show off the different aesthetics. It's like the whiskey war, but somehow more peaceful. But of course, the meme seeps into the music as well, with not only the aforementioned Coneheads and c.c.t.v, but also Lumpy and the Dumpers, whose record label, Lumpy Records, published music for eggheads. There's also the other bands like Aus Mutants, who's the first Australian egg punk band. GT, another Aussie band that hit it big. Then of course you have Pisse from Germany, Prison Affairs from Spain, Groddy Sponge from Wales, and Snooper from Anthony Fantano's Reviews. There's a lot of bands out there, and the best place to start is to just search egg punk on your music streaming service of choice and find a playlist. To start making egg punk, you need egg. Hello, do you guys like this ASMR? Now, to actually make egg punk, you of course need a drum machine playing a very simple Devo-esque rhythm. Fast but punkish. The guitar needs to sound cheap and plasticky, very distorted but very lo-fi. The bass needs to sound like a bass. You forgot the bass, get out of the place. And the keyboard needs to sound happy and joyous, very simple, very cheerful. And of course the
vocals need to stop the casting. We can sing about burning plastic. Casio's keyboard's overheating. Guitar riff that's always repeating. The same four chords you have heard before. My music teacher only taught me simple chord. It sounds like a drug, and it sounds kind of drug that he knows it's a sound of egg punk. It's like punk, but egg. Every day I eat scrambled eggs with a bit of beer from a party keg. That last my party is still in my head, and I have to work with my knucklehead boss. I'd rather live on the streets without a leader, with the Mac rats and my music teacher. Cause the government's done making me feel gloves and rip off the thumb and flat. Egg punk! Yeah! How'd you like your punk with egg? What the smell is the sound of egg. And punk, what's in those eggs? Egg! Nailed it.
Hey, did you like my song? It's my first song ever! Ignore the others. The vocals are kind of a 3-take wonder. I literally just recorded it on the fly.
The same for chords.
Then layered it with a lot of effects. Butch Vig Vocal VST is doing most of the mixing duty, then doing the same with the CLA vocals. JST gain reduction makes it lo-fi and more gritty. Then a little subtle flanger. This is all done to make the vocals sound worse. The shouts here are just me saying egg. The drums are the Citala plugin with some basic real samples from Splice, then played with a very repetitive loop. For the guitars, I wanted that dirty sound. The easiest ways to get that is just turn off the cabinet. But that made it too sharp, so it's EQ'd and then with an IR loader set to 50% dry, so it's a good deal between a distorted and raw tone. Bass. Like I said, it's bass. The lead synth is the mini Korg. I just picked whatever preset sounded good and compressed it to hell. The mix chain has an RC20 retro color where the cassette preset gives it a degraded feel. Then half-ass mastered with also 9 elements. Update, there's going to be 3 songs now! Yes, I went the minimum of above and beyond. The second song was co-written with my partner. They pulled out these idea cards and somehow we wrote a song about the time-traveling skater boy going back in time to kill the inventor of the roller skates. You just have to listen to it. And the third song, I ain't saying shit, go listen to it. For the artwork, it seems that most of Eggpunk's focus was on primary colors with heavy black outlines and posterized clip art. Kinda like a local punk show near you poster mixed with Keith Haring. A lot of these artwork uses the cassette format for their art due to these mainly being distributed on cassette tape, and they use that art when uploading to streaming as well. I'm gonna make my single cover in cassette format just to fit in and get some extra hipster credit. With that said and done, I made my artwork a walrus cooking an egg! The eggs are a metaphor for how punk brings us together in the pan and how we eventually get mushed together into a delicious meal. And the walrus is Pagefire. Or Paul. You decide! And that's how you make egg punk! Just repeat that 10 times more and you got an album that will be praised by everyone who discovers it for the first time. If you want to do chain punk, just do that again but make the song darker and less cheesy, so just watch How to Make Crust Punk again. But back to egg. Now that your album's done, let's just sit here and wait for the shower of praise from the obscure blogosphere to scream your name for exposure, where your brand of dorky D-beats gets signed under a major label where your work gets distributed to stores across the globe, where the sign of the cover makes hardcore eggheads regret supporting you, as they see you become more mainstream and ruining egg punk for everyone, making you shrink smaller and smaller until your insecurity as a musician outgrows your need to feel the creative juices flow into your veins.
Oh, you crack me up.
The egg!